Hi, Dinker. Thank you so much for joining us on OTT Play.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So your upcoming film 83 is much awaited, and you're playing the role of Kirti Azad.
Yeah.
So when you were called for the audition, did you know you're playing him in the movie?
There's a little story to it. The first time around when I went and met Mukesh Chabra sir's company and just went there for to meet them and ask them what's the new project that they're doing. They were working on 83 auditions, and they had these 83 portraits of all the 14 players in the team.
Okay.
And I had just finished another film, Sandeep or Pinky Farrar. And there my look was completely bald, like half bald, and it was crew cut and whatever. So I went and, I met the casting director, and he said, you know what, just look around. Do you resemble anyone? And tell us if you look like any one of them, all these 14 players. And I looked around, and I said, I don't know, I'm not so sure. Maybe Patil said, no, not at all. Said, you know what, anything will not work out for you. But do let us know if you find somebody who's a look-alike. We're looking for people who resemble. And that was that for me. Then 83 was, closed for me. Then another time, I think after 3-4 months, I was another project in Allahabad, and I got a call for Dilip Vengsarkar. They said, we want to try out for Dilip Vengsarkar. But that didn't go very far as well. And then, on a very good day, one fine day, I got a call in, I think 6 months after the first time I met them. They said, we want to try you out for Kirti Azad. I was actually a little surprised because I thought, maybe I don't exactly look like him, but I was very excited because I said, all right, I'm an actor, I'll try it out. So I did my little bit of, makeup and hair and whatever that I could, and prepared the lines that was given to me, a speech of his. I prepared that as well as I could. Went and gave the acting audition, and then they took me to the grounds for the cricket trials. That happened, and then I think it was a good day in my life, and it just worked out for me. That was the beginning, and then it was a long process after that. Look, Tess and Kabir sir met me. Many meetings happened, and they took their time. They decided amongst other actors, and finally, it worked out in my favor.
Okay. So what was the first thought when you got finalized for Kirti Azad? He's a well-rounder and off spinner, and so much
I was
more.
very excited. I was definitely excited. There's no doubt about it, because this is a film which was being talked about. All the players, excuse me, all the players they're legends. Kirti Azad sir is a living legend. They were those 14 players were chosen from the country to go and represent India. No one believed in them, and post 83, the underdogs changed. They brought India on the world map. They were all legends, and I thought any one part, if you get to represent a legend, was, I was extremely, extremely happy to begin with. Then very nervous, because one, you have to look like an international standard cricketer, a sports person, which is a challenge. It's a big challenge, because the cricketers then did not look like how sportsmen look now. And you could represent somebody who's 30 years back in time, or actually 40 years, almost 40 years back in time, look like them, look like and when I used to play cricket, I was a medium pacer. I used to bowl medium pace, and I was never a spin bowler. And Kirti sir is an off break bowler. So that preparation, thanks to Balwinder Sandhu sir, then Kirti sir's guidance, we came to Bombay for our training, then meeting him during my research, while just to know his psyche, understand his personality, his walking style, his talking style, and how his rapport with the entire team was, how he was as a person. All of that went into slowly, gradually shaping up the character and being able to somewhat represent Mr. Kirti Azad. And I've done my job. I'm excited, nervous, and really looking forward to hear people's reaction to my performance, the entire film.
Okay. So the entire cast has been trained by the actual team of the World Cup. So what were the training tips that you got from Kirti Azad? How did you work on your cricketing skills?
Uh, when I started, because as I said, I was a medium pacer, and my natural instinct was a long run up, running
Cricket?
into it. Sorry?
You were always into sports and cricket while growing up as well?
As a teenager, yes, I did play under 15 for Gurgaon, and played at at a state level. I played. Then at the school level, in school I used to play. Then I represented Gurgaon under 15 team at the district level, and played for Haryana state matches. And that time, yes, I wanted to be a cricketer. Like, cricket was my life, and I just wanted to be a medium pace bowler and a batsman and all rounder. And I was so into cricket completely. So yeah, cricket was was something that I've played through my childhood till my teens. But then after that, I gave it up because of a back injury, and I got into theater after that in college. And then my acting journey began from college theater at Kirti College to Film Institute Pune FTII for my post graduation in cinema acting, and then taking acting seriously forward. But the off-break bowling which I was doing, Kirti sir, when he came to the nets one day here in Bombay, I was bowling and he said, "You're going too fast." And then he literally, I shadowed him. He showed me how he goes, how he, slightly his hand goes behind, and then he comes, and then there's a certain way he releases the ball, and then that tip made me completely sort of unlearn what I was doing. So I'd already, put in some work, watched his videos. I was doing things and I had to unlearn that, then try and imbibe what he had taught me. So his tip was very, very important. Then his running style, there's a way he would run. His knees would go, like his legs would go up, like long stride, high knees. So like, they had a certain style of walking and a running, and his batting stance was different from mine. All those things really, really, helped me. And I've tried to do them. So let's see. Yeah.
Okay. Any anecdotes that you'd like to share about the training that you had with him? I believe even he came back to a cricket pitch after a very long time. He had left
Yes.
the sport and then he got into politics.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what was that experience? What did he say about him returning to the cricket pitch?
He said he used to be absolutely on time. He used to run the entire India Gate circle every day in the morning in Delhi. And when he came back, he had all these stories coming alive. I remember Madan Lal was practicing, Hadi Sandhu was practicing, and he just told him, कि Hadi Sandhu ना, उसको Hadi को बताया कि Madan Lal के ना उसका action is difficult, but if you have to get his action, एक धनुष बाण चला दे, ऐसे, like, those things. Then telling me, and his excitement, remembering stories, how Ian Botham and his interaction was going on. Ian Botham was taking the match away from India in the semi-finals, and he said, that ball. He said he has no clue how that ball happened, but that ball changed the match. England was taking the match away from India in the semi-finals. That one most prized wicket of Ian Botham, the most dangerous batsman, changed the game. India won the semi-finals, went to the finals. And yes, his memories came alive, when he was at the pitch. He bowled a few balls, then he took the bat, what is the stance. He was very, very happy to, be there back in the field. Also now, he's gotten back to playing a little bit of cricket again. But yes, with his politics, he doesn't really get the time.
Okay. So you played cricket with him, matches? You played matches with him too?
No, I haven't played a match with him, but I've watched him play. But I do look forward to playing a match with him, though it'll be an embarrassment, to be very honest. He'll thrash me left, right, and center. But yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, I should, take up a challenge against him and, invite him for a match, ask him for a match.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I believe even the expectations from the movie are really very high. It is about a historic event, a historic win for India, and you're playing Kirti Azad, who actually led the win, like you were saying about the semi-finals.
Yeah.
He is credited for that win. So how do you feel that? Do you feel the pressure of playing him? And it's of course a very prominent role, and there are lots of expectations. So as the movie is also nearing its release, how do you feel?
There is a lot of excitement, to be very honest, because we've waited a long time. We've waited a long time. I think with us, the audiences have waited a long time, and the pandemic was a very, very sad thing to have happened. People, we lost so many dear ones, and so much loss has happened, and all of that has happened, and then one has been through it, which is a much bigger thing than any film or cinema. That loss is incomparable. However, this film is a story of celebration. Is a film of underdogs going on to win, and and then the entire country coming together and celebrating, and that you will watch in the film. Why I say how it's a celebration? It's a film of harmony. It's a film of love, and people just from all walks of life, all different stratas coming together, and because of cricket, because of these players, because of India going on to win the World Cup in London at the Lords, the celebration was out there in the streets for months to follow. And even till date, we remember when I was born, I was born much later. I had not seen the live match, but I just knew that 83 India won the first World Cup. That's it. I knew it. And now we are representing that celebration. We are doing that. We're trying to recreate that celebration, and hopefully it's a time of celebration. So there is nervousness, but yes, I'm just very excited about the celebration. We'll all celebrate together. That's what it will be. It's celebration time. It's not. I mean, we've done our job, and we are excited, and we're looking forward to the celebration. That's all.
And it also looked like you celebrated on the sets as well. It looked like you all had a blast on the set, and your Instagram is a proof of that. So, how was it working with Kabir and Ranveer Singh?
It was without a doubt, it was once in a lifetime opportunity. Like this can't happen again. This was once in a lifetime. Kabir sir, what a director, what a human being. So much to learn. Like, absolute great director and a great human being to imbibe so much from. Ranveer Singh, mega star, India's mega star, but yet just so friendly, making us comfortable, and his hard work is motivating, is infectious. His energy is infectious, and it just pushed me, motivated us, and all those things, like training, fitness. I remember him telling me once, what, let's just do this. He had come back from Simba. He was bulky. I had done something else. I had put on weight from that project. And once at Dharamshala, we were training. And at the stadium, I remember after training, he came to me and said, you know what, you were looking much better the time, 2 months back when we had met. You know what, I need to sort of get leaner. You need to get leaner. Let's just both go out there and become lean beasts. And I remember that line. And I said, yes, let's do it. And then both of us met after a month, and we were both very, very happily surprised to get each other before leaving for Lords. And then, off the field with every other actor, I have had such a great time. Great bonding. Everyone, so much to learn from each one of them. So friendly, so full of life, so experienced, and just so joyous time. We've had a I've had a blast. I mean, great time. Hard work and then a lot of musty.
So, like you mentioned earlier, you have worked in theater and OTT series as well. Like you were in part of Delhi Crime before, and films also. So, which is your favorite medium and why?
Which is my favorite film?
Medium to work on. Which is your
the
favorite
medium?
format? Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, cinema has its magic. It can't be replaced with anything. And because I went to the film school, FTI Pune, and we used to every day watch films on the big screen. That was part of our curriculum, to watch a film every day in the evening. And then I've done a lot of films there, and getting my film screen there, those independent films, short films. So obviously my love is for the big screen. And the last project that I did was with Dibakar Banerjee, Sandeep or Pinky Farrar.
Yeah.
There, and very different role, because I'm playing an old person with Pariti Chopra, and I'm the boss, the old man. And that film came in cinemas because much after it got made because of the pandemic again. But nobody got to watch the film. It released in cinemas this year in March, but nobody really saw it. And then after a few months, and I was a little, to be very honest, we were all the actors and crew, and everyone was like a little disheartened, like, okay, the film didn't really do anything. And it's a nice film. I really liked that film very, very much. People didn't watch it, and it then after a few months came out on OTT, and suddenly there was a boom of appreciation for the film. And then I realized the power, the reach of OTT, and the ability for OTT to tell stories which are new, it has its own audiences. The craft is changed. It's more nuanced. It's better in terms of acting, direction, writing. Everything is new and fresh and challenging. So I am very excited and open to working on good projects, a good role, whether it's OTT or it's cinema. I want to work with good directors, good writers, and just do different kinds of roles and explore myself as much as possible as an actor. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You've been in the industry for a very long time, but we haven't seen you in too many projects.
Yeah.
Any particular reason for it?
Yes, there is a particular reason for it. The particular reason is that I came to the industry much later, only recently, in 2018, and before that, I was also into independent films. I was associating I was an associate director on a film called Aise Hi, which was India's entry to Busan, and it won the Critics Award at Mami Festival. That was happening. Then I've recently finished an independent feature film with a very well-known director, Shlok Sharma, who's made Haram Khor earlier.
Yeah, okay.
With Nawazuddin, his new feature film I worked on. So and then theater has been taking up my time. And so, those things have kept me busy and kept my creative juices, very, have kept my creative juices going. But now, yes, I do want to make this transition to the Bombay industry and I want to keep a balance between doing the independent work and mainstream work. So yes, now I'm hoping, and hopefully the pandemic, will spare us now, and has had a tough time. We've all had a tough time the last 2 years. And now hopefully you'll see more of me in the mainstream. There are directors out there. I want to meet them. I want them to offer me good parts, and I'm happy to try out for their parts, and hopefully you'll see me more.
So you enjoy more of independent at art cinema?
I have, because my background is that. My background was from the film school. From, as I said, no, I'm not from Bombay. I was born in Delhi. Then I went into theater, and then I took up cinema as part of my education, as part of my post graduation. So then from that became my world. The independent films, the world cinema, and I definitely, it's exciting, it's challenging, it's new, it's difficult. It's a difficult terrain to walk because you don't have the support of an industry which is set up like the Bombay industry. But that's where I come from. But the power of Bombay industry, the magic of Bombay industry, the reach of Bombay industry is something that I value a lot. The professionalism of the Bombay industry is great. And I definitely like both. I'm an actor who's out there to give his services, and I would happily give my services to anyone who's out there, wants to try me out. Please try me out, test me, and whenever you are, rest assured, take me in your team, and I'll work I'll try and give my best shot.
Yeah. Thank you so much for connecting with us. It's a pleasure speaking to you.
Same here. Thank you very much.
And all the best for your movie.